and welcome back to my channel, Black Imperial Travel. Today is Saturday, March 22nd. It's a little after 6:20 p.m. I have just landed and I'm outside the airport here in Panama waiting for my Uber to the hotel. So I will let you all in on everything that I'll be doing while I'm here in Panama. I was in Costa Rica for 2.5 weeks. I have been there since March 6th and I left today and now I'm in Panama for a few days. But yeah, excited to start this one because it's something new. So y'all already know how we get down here. Come along, let's go. So since I'm a part of the all rewards program, basically like how if you were a part of Hilton Honors or whatever, they informed me when I checked in that I got upgraded to a suite. This room is twice as big as the room that they said I was going to originally get. Okay, so it's 7:56, almost 8 o'clock. I found a Jamaican restaurant right around the corner from the hotel. So that's what I'm gonna get for dinner. And then as well, there is a wine bar I wanna check out that's like a 7-minute walk from this area. So yeah, that's probably what I'll record on the camera for tonight. And then y'all know after that, it'll be, you know, trying to bop around town, see what the scene is, especially because it's a Saturday. But y'all can come to dinner in the wine bar. So let's do that now because I'm hungry. I really love Caribbean food. So when I had the opportunity to try out this Jamaican restaurant in Panama City, especially since it was close to my hotel, I knew I had to give them a try. It's always a necessity to get a rum punch at a Jamaican restaurant. So of course, I wanted to try the rum punch. It was really good, cute and flavorful, but very strong. If you've ever had Ray and Nephew, you know that you taste that bit in there. I got jerk chicken for my entree. To me, the chicken was honestly a little dry. I've had way better jerk chicken, but that pasta salad was actually pretty good. Right after I finished my dinner, I walked over to Olivo, which is a wine bar, which was also right around the corner from my hotel. And I wanted to try, of course, a Spanish red wine, which I enjoyed sipping on, sitting by the window and watching the people. Hey y'all, and good afternoon from Panama. It is Sunday, March 23rd. Happy birthday to my mama, the realest. It is literally noon. I had fun last night. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I went to the LGBTQ spot, the club, you know, and y'all, you pay $15 and it was open bar all night. I thought that they were gonna cut us off. I had so much fun though, but I was like, y'all, I don't even think they could do that back home. I don't think. You know, some stuff just can't be in America. But I had fun. Today I have a walking tour. I book all my walking tours through Guru Walk because they're free. You're encouraged to tip at the end, and I obviously always tip the guide at the end. That is at 2 o'clock and it starts in Casco Viejo, which I believe is like the old part of town. So I'm about to take an Uber over there and grab some lunch so that I'll be in that area for when the walking tour starts at 2 o'clock. Breakfast is included in my stay here. So I did go to breakfast this morning. I woke up at 8:30 and I went to breakfast. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all what it looks like because when I got here it was night. So I'm gonna show y'all my view from the suite. And then I'll show y'all what the outside of the hotel looks like. And then I will see y'all when I get to Casco Viejo. So it's 12:23 now. I'm here in Old Town and it literally is Old Town. Just gonna record a little bit because obviously I'm sure on the walking tour we're gonna see all of this, but it's very cute. Walking around Old Town, I stumbled upon this restaurant, La Fisheria Seafood, and I think it was a pretty good seafood restaurant. They gave us this complimentary soup to try. It was like their soup of the day. I wanted their prawns. I wanted to try a lot more of their seafood, but honestly, maybe it's because they were in Old Town, but it was a bit pricey for my liking, so I stuck with the prawns. The house white wine was pretty good, but you see, like 5 prawns for like $35 and wasn't a lick of vegetable on that plate. So the food was good, but I could have used a green. Okay, y'all, it is 1:56 p.m. and I'm gonna make y'all laugh because I swore that my tour was for 2. Why is it for 4 o'clock? You would think the amount of time that I have lived in Europe that I would still know 24-hour time. Clearly I don't. The tour is at 1,600 hours, which is 4 o'clock. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything here is in USD. Everything here is in US dollars. So the prices that I'm showing you, it's not like when I was in Costa Rica and it's like colones, whatever. No, these are USD prices. And you tip out here. They're like, at the end, they're like, do you want to tip 10%, 15%, 20%? Tip is expected out here. So American customs of like tipping and using American currency, that's what's going on out here in Panama. I don't know what I'm doing between now and 4 o'clock. I will figure that out and get back to y'all with that information. So I did go in the cathedral. That was cool. I'm just not trying to do too much because I don't know what we're gonna do on the tour. Probably gonna go to a bar. Okay, it's 3:49. The tour should start soon. I just need to find the group and then, yeah, but when we get started, I will let y'all know, but it's finally time. Starting off the tour of the old town of Panama City, or known as Casco Viejo, we got a lot of history about the city itself and how the city has chosen to preserve Old Town, to preserve their roots. So there is a lot to see in Old Town. I definitely recommend, if it's your first time to Panama City, to definitely get a walking tour to check out all that Old Town has to offer. And during the walking tour, the tour guide was very knowledgeable. He was born and raised in Panama, so he is a natural-born Panamanian, and just gave us a history as to how the city has changed over time. But you can see how they try to preserve old parts of the city, especially here in Casco Viejo. Walking along, we got to see my favorite thing about a lot of different places I travel to, which is a cathedral. I love cathedrals because they usually have really ornate pulpits such as these, where everything where the preacher or the reverend or the pastor speaks is just gold and has really nice history and architecture. I think Panama is a really beautiful place, and obviously Panama is mainly known for the canal, but walking through Old Town, you really get to see and understand how much more history Panama has to offer, and basically how exciting it is to be in a place where they're basically the bridge between North and South America and the world, and that country and their history and culture really reflect that sentiment. It's now 5:33, so we've been on the tour for about an hour. This is focused on Old Town and the history and everything like that. Very informative, all of those things. So it is 6:48. We have wrapped up the tour now. Still in Old Town since it's night now. There was a rum bar I wanted to check out in this area, but I'm like, since I'm in Old Town, I might as well just eat here for dinner, and then basically that be it for just Old Town is what the vibe is for today, Sunday. But yeah, about to hit up the rum bar right now. After a long day of walking around Old Town, during our tour, I saw the rum bar and I knew that I would come back when the tour was done. Of course, in Panama, I had to get a flight of specifically Panamanian rum. I liked all 4 rums. I like some better than others, but as an effort to keep this brief, I'll just let you know that number 2 was my favorite. After frolicking around Old Town and trying some rum, I ended up at this Italian restaurant because that's all that was open on this Sunday after 9 p.m. And I got their chicken lasagna, and you can see it was bubbling hot. I burned my mouth eating this, but it was fresh and good and honestly quite tasty. Hey y'all, and good morning from Panama City. It is Monday, March 24th, and it is like a little before 9:15 a.m. here. Gonna be a full day today. My plan today is to go to the fish market to see what they have going on out there. And then after that, I'm gonna go to the Panama Canal Visitor Center. But anyway, I'm about to go to breakfast, run my errands, and I will be back when it's time to head to the fish market. It's 10:35. I'm here at the fish market, so we're gonna walk around and see what's going on in there. When you go to the fish market, a lot of people are gonna try to like get you to eat at their restaurant and whatnot or whatever. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying be prepared for people to be like, hey, come eat here, come eat there, because there's a lot of restaurants right outside the fish market. I will say I did think it was bigger than this. Seeing it like aerial view like this, it's like, oh. But they're open from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So probably at 5 p.m. it's thick in here, probably 5, 6 a.m. you know, when everybody from the restaurants comes to get their stuff, because half the stalls aren't even open. But yeah, that's it. Maybe there's more. I'm gonna walk around and see if there's more. But in this building, that's the story. It's 11:30 now. I just got dropped off at the Miraflores Visitor Center. But yeah, I'm here now, so I'm gonna check in, see what the cost is, and then we'll go from there. So I'm in now. The ticket to see the canal for a non-Panamanian resident, aka a tourist, was $17.22 for an adult. That includes the deck that I'm going up to now to see, obviously, the canal. And then it includes an IMAX movie. They say Morgan Freeman narrates it. You're supposed to have, what them thing, 3D glasses and everything on the movie. So that's what it includes. Now, they did say that the schedule today was like a boat was coming in at 9 and then a boat was leaving at like 2:20. But other than that, we're gonna go see what the little lookout thingy looks like over here now, because the next movie's at 12:15 and it's now 11:40. So yeah, I'm back. It's 1:30 now. I wish I could tell y'all about the movie. I saw maybe 15 minutes. I knocked out. It was good and cold in there and dark. I went right to sleep. Not on purpose, obviously, but I opened my eyes and the movie was over. I said, ooh. I'm assuming that whatever ship they said should be coming through relatively soon. It's 2:14, as you can see. It's a lot of people out here. The boats are coming. They start with the little boats and then the big boats are coming. But I can see the sailboats here and then the bigger boats are coming. So the boats are coming, the boats are coming, the boats are coming. It is 2:46 now. I think a couple more boats are coming through, but I don't know if y'all saw that crowd. That was enough for me. But what I recommend is if they said, like, when you came in, it said the boats come at like 2:20. If you stand up here at the observation deck like 40 minutes before, you don't have to fight nobody to get elbow room, because you see, y'all got good footage. Y'all can see everything. Wasn't nobody obstructing my view. So now I am about to head out of here, get me another Uber. This is a yuca fry. Yuca fry. Oh, okay. They gave me hot sauce too. I'm just gonna try it without. That has good flavor. I am gonna use the hot sauce, but yeah. Okay, now I can eat. Thank you. It's 6:24 p.m. now. Finished dinner. That food was bussin'. That food was bussin'. So now it's 6:30. I'm like relatively in the area of the hotel, probably like within 10-15 minute walking distance. But this area is cute. It has a lot of stuff going on. Calle Argentina, or Argentina Street. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit, walk off dinner, and explore a little bit around here. Hey y'all, good morning. It's Tuesday, March 25th, and it's 7:44 a.m. here in Panama City. Today's an exciting day because I have a catamaran cruise. So I'm about to call an Uber to take me to the marina. Check-in is at 8. Obviously, I'm not gonna make it at 8, but we're not gonna be checking in for an hour. Check-in's at 8, the boat leaves at 9. I will make the boat. And then we're going to some island, Taboga Island, I think. So what we're doing on the boat. The boat's supposed to be open bar, lunch included, all that stuff. But let me call the Uber so I can go. But yeah, fun day, Sunday, boat day, day drinking, all of that. That's what we're doing today. On the boat.
I haven't been yet.
So now we're here at the island Taboga. They give us some time to explore. We have to be back on the boat by 1:15, so 2 hours. They serve us lunch on the boat. I'm just gonna walk around and explore and enjoy, but yeah. I'm gonna show you all how clear the water is here. It's gorgeous. Y'all know I found somewhere to get me a drink. Even though we had alcohol on the boat, I still wanted to stop at a restaurant here in Taboga, and I'm glad I stopped here. A local man pointed me this way and said that this is a really good spot to try. So I wanted something refreshing, and I got a pina colada, and that was good and tasty. And I said, well, while I'm here, I might as well get a snack. So I wanted to try their ceviche, which honestly was the best ceviche I have ever tasted. This was so fresh and good and had just a little hint of sweetness. So, like, it's 12:50, so I'm gonna walk around a little bit more. We're gonna head back to the area closer to where we docked because they said if we're not on there by 1:15, we're getting left. And I'm not getting left. You could really spend a day here, but it's just amazing. And I'm very glad that I came. Okay, hey y'all, it's 7:34. I got my rest in. So I'm gonna hit up the local steakhouse for dinner. It's about a 10-minute walk from here at the hotel. Being out all day on that boat tired me out. So after I had got home and showered and took my nap and got myself together, I went out for a good steak. If you don't like garlic, this probably would have been too much garlic for you, but because I love garlic, it was perfect. Hey y'all, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 26th, and it is 8:18 a.m. Today is my last full day in Panama, and I am so sad because I really like it here. Today, I am visiting the Indigenous village of Embera. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They're coming to get me literally in like 5 minutes from the hotel. I booked this tour on viator, however you say it. Honestly, I don't know. The tour itself was $60. And then when you get there, each adult has to pay $30 directly to the Indigenous community. So once obviously I know more, I will let you all know, but I'm about to go downstairs so that they can pick me up. It's 10:36. We've arrived. We're gonna get in a canoe and go about 30 minutes in the canoe, and then we will reach the village. It's 11:27. We have arrived. This experience because we were welcomed in by the locals of the Embera people, and they cooked us a beautiful lunch and took us around their village. I do want you all to know that we paid the locals directly, so it wasn't just Viator that got money. We paid them $20 or $30 per person per adult. So doing these tours does give back to their community monetarily, and I definitely recommend it because it's a great way to be exposed to Indigenous culture here in Panama. So now we're done visiting the village, and here in a second we're about to get back on the canoes, and they're going to take us to the hike that's about 30 minutes to see the waterfall. So then after we see the waterfall and do all that, that's when we'll be heading back to the city. We ready to hike? We got our walking stick. Should be 30 minutes to the waterfall. We're here at the waterfall. So I'm about to take off my romper and jump in the water. But you see it. It wasn't a bad hike, maybe like 20 minutes. And now we're here. So the only choice now is to get in. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's 7:35 p.m. Got some packing done. Obviously showered. Had to get all of today off of me. And now it's time for dinner. I'm headed to Restaurante Siete Mares. So 7 Seas, you know, seafood restaurant to end out my last night here. So gonna go have dinner. And then after that, might bop around town for a little bit. But yeah, I'm hungry. So let's get some food. I have been wanting lobster my whole trip in Panama. So by the time we got to my last night in the country, I said I have to make this happen. So of course, I got a glass of white wine, Spanish white wine to be exact, my favorite and my specialty. But I really came to this restaurant to try their lobster a la termidor, which is basically, as you can see, like an oven-baked lobster with lots of cheese and mushroom, onion, and pepper. And even though they say that lobster and cheese shouldn't go together, or seafood and cheese shouldn't go together, I think that this is a really good dish. The lobster was good and flavorful, and the cheese added a really nice flavor. So I'm glad I tried it. Hey y'all, good morning. It is Thursday, March 27th, and it is 9:53 a.m. here in Panama City. So my flight leaving here from Panama's airport is at 1 o'clock. I have a flight from here in Panama to Miami, 2-hour layover in Miami, and then I should get to Charlotte by like 9:30 tonight. It's Friday, March 28th. The current time doesn't matter. Panama was amazing. If you watch this series in order, I literally started in Costa Rica on March 6th and it's now March 28th. So I spent most of my March in Central America. Was my first time to Panama, was my first time to Central America. So I honestly had a really great time and I can't wait to go back. So thanks for watching. See you next time.